I will be showing you a volcanic combo that I came up with. I think this deck is actually really good. It's one of the fire decks that you can play with the new snakeeye cards. It's a nice little combo, and I want you guys to let me know what you think. So it takes 2 cards, right? It takes 2 rocket. And normally people don't play this card, but it's pretty good. It lets you search a volcanic blaze accelerator from your deck, or any blaze accelerator card from your deck. So to start the combo, you summon rocket, you use rocket effect, and you get your volcanic blaze accelerator. Then you use your volcanic blaze accelerator, dumping your regular blaze accelerator. You use the effect of volcanic blaze accelerator, special summoning rocket, using rocket again to add another volcanic blaze accelerator. Now we will overlay them for Banshee. Now Banshee is really cool because it serves as like a pseudo bonfire, right? So you get to search your populace, effect of populace, special summon populace, popular, effect of popular. You get your original snakeeye. Now here you can link this off to go into link rebo, using popular effect, putting in your spawn trap card zone. Now you could use the original that's in your hand, right? Sending popular, and then you could summon your snakeeye ash. And snakeeye ash will add your volcanic rimfire from your deck to your hand. You use these two to go into barricade board blocker effect. You pitch your rimfire and you activate the effect. Here we could banish your rimfire to send from our deck to the grave Volcanic Trooper. So this is how we bridge to all the snakeeye and volcanic cards. Now snakeeye ash's effect, and we'll send these 2 cards to the grave, and we'll summon one of my favorite snakeeye monsters, snakeeye oak. Here we could use oak's effect on summon, bringing back rimfire. Now rimfire is not a once per turn. It is a once per turn effect, but you can use both effects. So that's really cool. So from here, we can link these 2 off, and we can finally make our princess. Here we'll use rimfire's effect, banishing our volcanic blaze accelerator from our grave to place blaze accelerator reload from our deck. Now here we could use oak, sending these 2 from my deck to the grave to summon Flamberg. Okay, now princess could activate, simply reborning the trooper. Then trooper can go ahead, get us our emperor, and we go back to 5 cards in hand, which is really awesome. Now from here there are several ways you could take the combo, but what I like doing is linking these 2 off for my Ambloale. Our Flamberg, bringing back oak, and bringing back snakeeye ash. Could use these 2 to go into our Pit Knight early. Now there's a reason why we go into this card. I think people are going to start picking up on it. What's really cool is that anything that it points to, if it activates the effect, you could quick effect, target any one of your opponent's monsters, make its attack 0, and negate its effects. So if you summon anything here that triggers, or they summon anything in the extra monsters on that triggers, you get like a quick effect imperm, which is really cool. So here we have Pit Knight early, and now we finally summon our Emperor, right? So we summon our Emperor and we banish. This is really important. So we banish Banshee, Snakeeye Ash, and Popular. So you don't want to banish your volcanic cards. You actually want to keep your volcanic cards in the grave. Chainlink 1 Banshee, chainlink 2 Emperor. So Emperor burns for 500 for every banish, so you burn for 15, and you get to set Volcanic Inferno from your deck. And then you resolve the chain, Banshee gets to special summon herself. So that's pretty cool. So you burn for 15, set Inferno, and special summon Banshee. When you go into the end phase, you're going to resolve your barricade board blocker, which adds you back Blaze Accelerator. So you go back to 5 cards in hand. Now, let me just explain the end board here a little bit. You have the Ambloale that if it gets destroyed, you get to bring back a level 3 or lower, I think it's 3 or lower, link monster from your grave. Then if any of your other links get destroyed, you get to pop a card. You've dealt 15, and every time they summon, they take an extra 500. Pit Night Early will trigger as soon as you trigger IP Masquerena, right? So then you could use these two, chain IP and then chain Early to negate a card, and then you can go into Appaloosa, or you can go into SP Little Knight, right? So you have these options, which are awesome. We have in the grave now, we have an established princess, which could pop our Pit Night Early or our Ambler Whale, which is pretty cool, getting rid of another card. We have our reload in the grave, which could send our 3 scatter shots to deal an extra 1500 damage, which is kind of crazy. And it's a Raigeki. So it's a, whenever I want during the main phase, I could just Raigeki my opponent, so that's crazy. And then you also establish 3 pyros in the grave, which you could, on the following turn, banish with Emperor, giving you even more banished pyros to burn for even more. Then, on top of all this, you also have Inferno, which is a basic negate. It doesn't target. As soon as they summon a monster and they use a monster effect, I could just banish a pyro from my grave, and if it's a volcanic card, I get to deal an extra 500 damage. So I could banish, and the reason why we kept all our volcanic cards in the grave is because we could banish them and deal an extra 500 damage. So we could use this on their turn. We could also use this during our turn. Our opponent will be, they would have taken around 4,000 damage from these effects alone. So during your turn, if you simply just summon back an Emperor, if they don't game you, you burn them for the rest of their life points, which is actually pretty crazy. So on the following turn, draw a card, right? Pretend you draw a card, and then you start off with a Blaze Accelerator and Volcanic Blaze Accelerator in your hand. So this is actually really, really cool, right? So let me backtrack 1 second. During their end phase, if Inferno is still on the board, you could actually put back some of your Volcanic cards from your grave back into your deck. So you could recycle back your Rimfires, you could recycle back your Rockets if you want to, but on the crackback, you do have Inferno, which is a negate. You have Pit Night Early. If it was destroyed, it will come back. You have Emperor that you could easily summon back. You have these two, which you can now activate willingly from your hand, sending this to the grave. And then you have an extra pop during their turn and a free special summon from your hand. Then, the most important part, we also have Original Sinful Spoil in the grave, which puts back the most important monster, which is Oak. So that's why we banished the Popular and the Snakeeye Ash, but we still kept Oak in the grave, because that's the one that we really want to cycle back, because Oak lets us bring us back our Rimfire. Then one last thing is that, again, on the crackback, if Emperor gets linked off, or if you link it off, or if it gets destroyed or whatever, you could use IP to go into Appaloosa, right, with all 3 of these, which will help you live another turn. And then on the crackback, when you go to summon Emperor again, you could banish Banshee with along with your 2 other scatter shots. Now here you could just do the same thing again, right? You can go Emperor Chainlink 2, Banshee Chainlink 1, you'll burn, and then Banshee will still come out as another free extender. So this is a 2-card combo. It's a little crazy. It gives you a lot of follow-up, and I'm pretty sure it secures the win if it all resolves. Let me know what you guys think. It takes 2 Rockets to summon, and I think this is one of the crazier combos that the deck can do. And I will be working on the way down. I will post a bunch of combos, and I think this is one of the spiciest ones you could do with 2 Rocket.